let's talk about the three price levels that all homes will fall between when deciding how to launch. There's the aspirational price, the go for glory price. That usually matches up with category one of what we talked about a few moments ago, the price that's been fixed by the agent knowing they're winning the favor of the seller's ego to get chosen, but they don't know how they're going to deliver on that unrealistic price. Nevertheless, there is the aspirational go for glory price. It hits the market. It gets a lot of attention. It gets noticed by us in the community of agents. It gets noticed by buyers. There could be the lightning strike. You know, someone wins the lotto. Someone goes to Vegas and gets lucky. But how many people come back from Vegas and just had a good time, but they didn't win anything? That's also the odds in real estate sales. Quite honestly, a lightning strike is not something to make your marketing plan around. But does it happen? Yes. For the aspirational price, very, very high risk for connectivity between a buyer that will pay that price. But I will admit that it has happened and it can happen. But if it doesn't happen at the outset, that property quickly sputters out of view and everybody just sits around and waits until the price is adjusted, which is inevitable if that lightning strike doesn't happen very soon. The next price is the market priced within 10% of the expected value point when studying the comps and the analysis of all the other homes that have sold in the neighborhood. That's an often chosen price point to launch a property. Let's just say that's traditionally the normal method and it brings normal results. Fair to expect that. I would say that you should see an offer within 2 to 4 weeks in the current environment we have here in California if you've priced your home tuned to the market within 10% leeway. The third type of pricing is value pricing. Sometimes we call it event pricing because it creates an event. The price is so tuned tightly to the value point, maybe even sliding slightly below it, that it gets a lot of attention. It's the definition of my theory, ask less, get more. Ask less for price, you'll get more showings, you'll get more offers, you'll get more negotiating stance at the table when you're a seller, and you basically just get more of everything good. But it's a difficult pill to swallow for most sellers because they feel the risk is they've left no room to negotiate, and so someone's going to pull them lower. They don't have the faith that the market will buoy them back up to where it should set and where they will be okay. We're fine with that, but I will tell you I've had tremendous success with event pricing for sellers who are willing to do it. And if you ask any seller who's been on the market 1 month before selling how they feel satisfied compared to a seller who's been on the market 5 months or longer, how they feel satisfied, by that point they're just happy to have it all over with. I hope your seller, or you if you are a seller, don't have to go that route of spending half a year or longer on the market and just being exasperated by the end and saying, that's it, I'm done. Because real estate can be a much more enjoyable pursuit. There's enough stress with moving and packing and new schools and new locations to determine. Don't let the pricing of your property be the high stress factor. It doesn't need to be so. In closing this session on pricing, I want to bring one more element into the picture. That's the big elephant in the room, and that's time. Once a property becomes available on the market, time is its enemy. In the honeymoon period, it's sort of in the background and it's highly obscured behind the curtains and no one's worried about the time in your first month. But if a property has not connected within the first month or so, then time becomes very contrary to success, because there are 2 questions that every buyer will ask me as an agent when they come to see one of my listings. The first one is, Why are they selling? Well, that's customizable 1,000 ways because there's 1,000 reasons why someone may be selling. But the next inevitable question is, how long has it been on the market? Well, you can only answer truthfully to that. Not that I would never answer untruthfully to anything else, but there's a lot of reasons why someone may be selling. Easy to have that discussion with someone. Not easy to answer, well, we've been on the market 4 months. Not really what I want to have to say, unless there's a very good reason. When sellers tell us, well, I'm in no rush here, let's see what happens, I like to remind them, I understand you're in no rush, but the market's always in a rush. Don't enter this race unless you plan to win. If you're not in a rush, sit it out, because the market is always in a rush, and the time countdown begins when you begin marketing your home. So, we love what we do. We are immersed in price discussions. We should know how to help a seller or a buyer negotiate the price road to success. Please call us. We'll share those ideas with you. And until then, I'll be here in the cabana thinking of other ways to offer you some help. Till next time.